welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a video on removing lead from your suppressor. One thing to note here is this only works if you have stainless steel baffles. If you have an aluminum one, do not follow this. Don't put the tube in, you don't put your titanium or aluminum tube, and definitely do not put your aluminum baffles through this process. It will eat them alive. If, like me, you have some stainless steel baffles like these, where you can see, mostly on the 22s, you'll see it a lot on the 22s, you can see the lead buildup on the outside. This process that we're going to use will destroy the lead, but leave the stainless steel pretty much completely intact. And obviously, if you read the description, what we're talking about is the infamous dip. We're going to use the dip process, and call it the dip or the solution, whatever you want to call it, to clean the lead off of this. So let me bring a couple of these in close so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to have to focus this in for you. Give me a sec. There you go. So you can see on here that lead buildup around here, how bad that is. And this will shoot. These will shoot just fine with all that lead on there. It's not a big deal. But, you know, we're cleaning suppressors. We might as well make them look as pretty as possible. So we're going to go ahead and formulate the dip. Get these in there and leave them overnight so you can see how they turn out. So let me go get what we need for that dip. All right, the dip. Oh, the infamous dip. What is it? Oh, I kicked the mic. Sorry about that. I kicked the camera. So what is the dip? The dip is basically peracetic acid. Long and short of it is you're creating peracetic acid by combining hydrogen peroxide and white distilled vinegar in some sort of container. 50-50 ratio creates peracetic acid. Peracetic acid, when mixed with stainless steel, isn't reactive, but it is highly reactive against lead. It will eat the ever-loving shit out of this lead and create lead acetate, lead salt. So what we're going to do, to be warned, this is some pretty caustic stuff. So don't go drinking it or sticking your hand in it once it's created. As they sit right here, they're not going to really hurt you, but once you put it in here, and especially once you have left it overnight and create lead acetate, very, very caustic stuff. Don't go breathing it or drinking it or just dumping it in your backyard. So 50-50 on two components. Again, it's really simple stuff over the counter. In whatever container you're going to be using to make your peracetic acid, don't put this back in the kitchen where somebody can go and drink it. This is some nasty stuff we're creating. 50-50 vinegar and peroxide solution. Ooh, we probably went a little high on that because we're going to have to put our parts in. Didn't even think about that. So yeah, take your stir rod, get that good and stirred up. Chemistry with Babyface. Cooking with Babyface. Cooking with Babyface, that's what we're going to call it. Stir it up. Take your parts from your suppressor. Ooh, get a little on your skin, which is always good for you. Dump them in. I love that sound. Dump your parts in. You can see it's already reacting. See the bubbles going off? The peracetic acid that we have created is already reacting with the lead, eating it away, creating lead acetate. Again, caustic stuff. Look at that. Look at that reaction. Let me get you guys in close. Good and close, you can see that reaction. Hold on. Look at that reaction taking place. So, this peracetic acid that we have made will pretty much eat away all of the lead that is sitting on those, sitting on that stainless steel. We'll come back 12 hours. It's midnight right now. And we'll come back tomorrow morning once I get my morning coffee and whatnot. We'll see what we've created. Your lead acetate is going to sit in solution. As far as I remember, I haven't done this in a while. Your lead acetate, the lead salt that you're making, is going to sit in the solution. Once everything's done, we'll fish it all out, clean it off, And I'll show you guys a good way to dispose of this, because again, this stuff is super caustic. So we'll talk about that tomorrow morning when this is done, cleaning off all the lead. But yeah, look at how awesome is that? Look at the chemistry going on there. Don't breathe this. Don't drink this. This is not a soup. Keep this away from kids and pets, especially once it turns to lead acetate. From what I understand, the lead salt is kind of sweet. So definitely keep it away from kids and pets. But anyways, let's return in the morning and we'll see what it looks like. And here we are. It's been 24 hours and you can see we have some progress made here. Let's stir it up a little bit with my handy dandy stirring rod. All of this floating to the top, I believe, might be carbon. I'm not sure if it's lead or carbon. Either way, that blue color is the lead that has gone into solution off of your silencer parts, your suppressor parts. Remember, when dealing with this stuff is horribly caustic. Your average peracetic acid that you use to like clean your house that you can buy is like 0.35% peracetic acid. This stuff, I believe, is 5% peracetic acid when you mix the two. So this is super, super potent stuff. The lead salt that is in there, the lead acetate, is sweet and can cause lead poisoning very easily. So be careful with this. Obviously, I'm not going to be touching it with my bare hands. I'm going to go grab something so I can fish those parts out and show you guys what it looks like. And then we'll talk about disposing of this. And there you go. Take your parts out, preferably without touching the solution. And everything cleaned up pretty well. Obviously, rinse these off under some cold water to neutralize the acid. And you're good to let them dry and put them back together. They look pretty good. There's a couple of blast baffles that probably could use another run through the dip. These were the ones. Let's see if I can pull you in. These were the ones that had a lot of crud in them. But for me, this is plenty good. This is clean enough. So how do we dispose of your solution? One way, put a cap on it, put it on a high shelf, and reuse it. It can be reused a couple of times until basically it stops reacting with the lead. Once you're done using it, you can either send it to hazardous waste disposal. Your city sometimes will do like a free hazardous waste disposal day where you can take in chemicals and they'll dispose of it. You can precipitate out the lead if you want. So you can make a extremely strong water and sodium chloride formula. Basically boil some water, throw a bunch of table salt in it until it hits like peak salinity, dump it in there, and that should precipitate out the lead acetate that's in there. Take that and scoop that out, throw that out with, again, hazardous waste, and then you're good to continue using your acid. But main thing is check your local area, find a place that takes hazardous waste stuff. Don't just dump it in the yard or down your sink. I'm going to keep using this one. I'll probably cap it and shelve it and use it a couple more times. But that's it. There's your dip. Nice blue color. Don't drink that. That's real bad for you. And remember, keep it away from kids, pets, anything that can get into this stuff. So if you guys like this, let me know. Thumbs up feels good. If you really feel like it, you can subscribe. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a good day. Check back. I'm going to have more content coming out soon as I feel like creating it. So catch you guys later.